Hello everybody and welcome to this behind the scenes video of my 2-day job with DK Production.
So now that you have seen my gear for this job, let's jump straight into the action. And as you can see here, I arrived around 12 o'clock at the location in Aarhus. Then I took the girls one by one, as you can see here, and just did some freestyle stuff. We used all sort of equipment and props. There was no real idea, it was all just to get most out of the time we had at the location. While we set up the lights and the water for the first actual setup, which you can see right here. We mounted the lights at this huge ass rig, which could be raised up on the ceiling. So after a quick break, we began the actual work. We started out doing a couple of tests before turning on the water valve, and as you can see here, we did a final evaluation of what to do. So we decided let's go with one more test. We had a 3-camera setup. Morten was doing all the close-ups, video. The assistant was doing the wide overall frame on a static camera. And I was doing all the photos. The first test did actually go very well. As you can see here, Denice is quite happy with the result. The girls really enjoyed this this setup because it was fun for them to play around with water, and Morten and I were having a blast trying not to get soaked while moving around the rain. And after half an hour or so, we had plenty of shots. We did multiple takes, and we ended up calling it a wrap for this particular setup. Then we turned off the hose, as you can see on the next clip, right here. We turned it off, and I did some individual shots with the girls using the water reflection surface.
Yeah, check. Så er vi færdige. Den første dag. Jeg kan ikke lige vise, hvad det er, vi har lavet, men det var nice.
So we packed our stuff and moved back to the hotels, had a drink, and went out for dinner that night.
En god dag.
Ja, det har været en fucking god dag.
Ja, tak.
Men det var også det, hvis nu jeg var sådan socialt akavet.
Yeah. Back at it. Whoop.
And then it was on to day number 2. Emilia and I arrived early on the set. The concept of day number 2 was to create this street-like urban thing, raw, gritty atmosphere. What you saw me doing there was to check the overall framing of the video, which was again static and placed on a tripod. And after we did the setup, I was taking a break, and while I was sitting here, I got the idea, so I'm gonna freeze the frame here, I got the idea of moving the red couch, which I'm sitting in at the moment, moving it down in front of the black curtain, which you can see. I've made this illustration, and then do some photos before we actually use the raw palette setup.
Hvis jeg får en grøn billet nu, ikke også?
Hvis du får hvad?
En grøn billet nu, så fucking laver jeg en vanvittig god koldbænd på det gulv her.
Fuldstændig sindssygt. Det er
Stjernebøl.
team gul pris, det der.
Ja tak.
Det er team gul pris.
Ja tak.
We then got the motorcycle available on set, and boys be boys, so we immediately began enjoying it and discussing it while all the girls were having clothing problems.
Lad mig se på. Det er godt, du ikke har gennemsigt. Ja. Kæmpe situation.
So we did a little break, and after that setup we went on to the final thing of the day. The idea of this whole setup was to include, I think it was 50 pelts. As you can see here, we placed evenly on the floor. And then we placed the camera on top of the rig, shooting directly down upon the girls. And that was actually it for the whole trip. It took us 2 days and some different setups to do that. Afterwards, I packed my stuff and headed back to Copenhagen. And that was it for this video, guys. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to drop a comment below. I will happily answer all your curious questions. Anyway, I hope you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And check out the final results. Yeah, until then, see you next time.